WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Time now for Maxim Men's Hour, concentrating on the two most important issues facing men today: erectile dysfunction and low testosterone. Brought to you by Maxim Men's Clinic, 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men, so they understand the sensitive nature of ED or low T. Call 561-459-3000 to make an appointment. And now, here's your host, Lawrence Kay.
Okay, thank you and welcome back. I always like to start my show each week by saying thanks so much to people that called in yesterday or the past week and got themselves some services at Maxim, and I know you've done the right thing. You'll feel very good about it. And I always like to give a little anecdote. One of the patients we had in 2 days ago was a 90-year-old gentleman. He didn't look a day over 70, and was in a relationship. He had, lost his wife many years ago and started with a new relationship. And again, because of age and health, was unable to, to be able to be intimate with his new partner, and we were able to take care of him. And he was, I can't tell you this how fast I've seen a 90-year-old run out of that office to be with his spouse. Today's guest is Angel. Welcome, Angel.
Good morning.
Angel I brought on because she sort of has worked in the adult entertainment arena, and I really wanted to sort of quiz her today a little bit about some of the guys coming in that probably do suffer from, some of the ailments that we have at Maxim Men's that they would need, and I thought it would sort of be a nice take. Angel, let's start off a little bit, how you got into sort of the adult dancing entertainment, arena.
Well, I used to be a firefighter paramedic for 8 years, and decided that I wanted to move on a little bit more differently and a different approach. So I started to look around. I got into the dancing field. I guess a lot of practice on the fire poles.
Paramedic from the fire into the fire.
Yeah, so instead of putting them out, I'm lighting them now. And I've been dancing now for a little over 2 years.
Okay.
And quite frankly, I like it a lot more.
And I'm sure the pay is pretty good.
The pay's a lot better.
All right, let's sort of jump right in. I mean, let's face it, a couple of things. I mean, a gentleman could go to a gentleman's club, number one, to sort of maybe see where he's at. Maybe he's single, he's divorced, he's married. I mean, whatever. But a lot of times they come in maybe to sort of, feel their oats out a little bit. Mm-hmm. And my question to you is, I'm sure there's guys that come in that really maybe can't perform, or they might have issues.
There's plenty of them. We have a lot of gentlemen that come in. You could tell with low self-esteem or I guess just nervousness. I don't know. They come in, they get aroused by us and try to stimulate themselves and go home, and you could see the difference in the different men. And so as our jobs, we try to help them a little bit by stimulating them and getting them going, but
sometimes not always the case.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah, and probably my thought would be even almost worse if a guy comes in and sees a lot of beautiful women and so forth, very friendly and very attentive to them, mm-hmm. and sort of not being able to do anything. It would almost be, I think almost worse.
It definitely.
I mean, did
is.
you see some guys walk out feeling bad?
Yes, we've seen plenty of guys walk out feeling very bad because as a dancer, we can put everything we got onto them, and still it doesn't help out too much. And they, we hear, I'm sorry. Maybe it was too much alcohol, but
Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, I'm so glad you brought that up, because one of the medicines that we use at Maxim, there's no side effect. In other words, they can have a couple of drinks. I mean, I'm not telling a guy to go out and get sloppy drunk with this, but a lot of different oral medicines, if you drink, sort of dilutes the strength. And with the medicines that we use, a person, can drink socially, and still be able to perform. I mean, because let's face it, I would think a lot of guys there are getting loaded.
Yes, they are. They are, definitely.
What, give me an idea also, like, your thoughts on, let's say, for example, a guy comes in and, guys that go in a gentleman club, let's face it, a lot of them, are successful men, and they're willing to, to drop some money for a girl to be attentive, so to speak, bring them the drinks, talk, blah, blah, blah. But if a guy has an issue medically that, for lack of a better word, can't get erect, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money he's got or what beautiful the woman, in front of him.
Exactly. We do have a lot of them, a lot of blue-collar men that come in, and they drop lots of money. And we try everything we can, in every aspect. And, they try to play it off and drink, and we socially drink, and then they explain to us, some of them, oh, we have this condition, we can't get hard, or they take the little pills and that don't work, or maybe the pill, whatever pill they take is mixing with the alcohol. And so we push hard.
Do you ever, no pun intended, do you ever get a situation where a guy would come in and actually, sit with you, let's say, in a room, off to the side, buy drinks, and actually be upfront about it and say, look, I'm just here to talk, for a companion, I can't do anything?
Several men. We have several men that come in and say that. I've had a lot of men tell me that how gorgeous I am, how beautiful, and he'd do anything in the world just for 5 minutes. But he had a little problem down below, so would I mind sitting and talking and having drinks? And I, of course, I'll sit, I'll chat, talk, and he apologizes, but up front he tells me straight up, I can't.
Yeah, and look, it isn't just, I have you on, to talk a little bit from a club standpoint, but, it's not just that. We get guys that come in, happily married, don't go to clubs, and they can't perform, they can't do it. And I always tell people when I'm on my radio show, the average guy waits about 3 years before he does anything about it. And I say, don't wait. We literally get men that come in the office that have not had an erection in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Now, I know some of them maybe they don't have a partner, so they don't care. But I tell a lot of these guys, if you're going to go out on the marketplace, get it fixed beforehand. I don't want to start dating you, Angel, and then, we have a nice relationship, and now a couple weeks later, a month later, we're going to get intimate, and I say, oh, by the way, I tell guys, have the stuff ready, so if you do meet somebody, and you as a woman, I think would appreciate that.
Definitely, because if you're spending time with someone and then you're going to become intimate, and then all of a sudden you spring that on them, that's a little frustrating for the women as well.
And I think, too, I always say that, some guys come in when they come into the office and they'll say, yeah, it's me. But I'll say to them, if you have a partner, it isn't just you. It takes two. It's your partner, your spouse, your significant other also that's suffering from this.
Correct. Very correct. Because what if our stamina is we want to keep going and going and going, and they can only last 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then it doesn't really work that well. Like, one gets satisfied, not the other.
Right. And I think that's all about Maxim Men's Clinic. We're not looking to try to make guys, these big rock stars.
Right.
But we're looking to give them medicine where they can go a certain amount of time to please their spouse or, partner, significant other. Whereas a lot of these regular oral medicines, Viagra, Levitra, Cialis, you'll hear a lot of commercials, have they failed you? Because a lot of times there's only a couple of strengths in those medicines. They take it once, twice. If it doesn't work anymore, their health changes, it's over. With our medicines, we have over 100 combinations. If the health changes, then we can sort of adjust that. And that leads me to something else, and that was one of the reasons I wanted you on the show also, was because to go in a little bit about the paramedic issue. You see, one thing about erectile dysfunction is it isn't going to be going away. Why? Because diabetes, obesity, cardiac, heart disease, blood pressure, that's continuing to rise. It will continue. And you've seen that stuff.
Yes.
You've been on the calls.
Yes, that's very much true. And as you said, with the pills, the Cialis, they only last a certain amount of time. We have had several men come in, let me take my little blue pill, it don't work. Or they have health conditions, things like you said, blood pressure, heart, stuff like that, that's starting to deteriorate. Well, then what happens?
Right.
You know, that little pill don't work no more. They come in, they see us, they try. You know, I've been with, you know, my partner before, and he was having problems, and it's just two didn't collide.
Yeah, it gets frustrating. And don't you think there's probably, I would say, a good amount, I don't want to say a huge percentage, but I would say a large percentage of the men that come into gentlemen's clubs have something. And what I mean by that, probably some obesity, some high blood pressure,
Yes.
some diabetes.
Everyone that comes in always has some kind of issues.
Yeah, you're talking to them.
Yeah, we
sure.
listen to them. We have to listen to what's wrong with them and talk back and friendly. And then we have a lot of obese guys that complain about that too, like, oh, I'm heavy, or I got high blood pressure, I can't this and that. You know, we hear all the different stories. So we try to sugarcoat it with words, but words don't fix what the problem is.
Right.
So that's why we need you guys to step in to help out fix what words can't fix,
Yeah,
and what
absolutely.
our bodies and our nature can't do for these men.
Right, and guys, I always say don't be embarrassed. You know, something very interesting. I did a radio show with a former Penthouse model, very good. She'd been on the show before, and she was saying that, you know, if she were to meet somebody and they were to say up front that they have an issue, but I'm going to Maxim's, I'm taking care of it, that would all actually, she said it actually would make her feel good that a guy is doing an initiative, that, you know, she's not having to wait a year or 2 years and saying, hey man, you know, go do something.
Exactly. It would be frustrating because when you want something then, not in a year, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months down the road.
Right.
So why waste time? Why not get it in, get it done, get it over with, so when you do meet that special person, all you're going to do is see stars.
Right. 561-459-3000, 561-459-3000. You can look at our website also, MaximMen'sClinic.com. We're also being streamed today. We're going to take a short break. I've got some fantastic new things that are coming up for the office over the next couple of weeks I want to share about. We'll be back with Angel to actually get even a little bit more intimate about sort of, you know, men and, you know, so forth. So stay with us.
Studies indicate that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone levels. And let's be honest here, it's more than just a lack of energy and reduced sex drive. Recent studies have shown that men with low T have a reduced life expectancy overall. So this is serious stuff. And like any important medical issue, you need the best professional care. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, the staff at Maxim Men's Clinic is a men's health clinic in Boca Raton with a team of professionals dedicated to the high standards of service that you demand and deserve. Each member of our staff is highly trained, offering you clear, respectful communication and great advice every time you visit. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men. They understand the sensitivity of issues such as ED or low T and provide a full range of options for treatments along with total privacy. If you sense that you just aren't quite the man you used to be and know you should be, start by taking the low T quiz at MaximMen'sClinic.com. Send it in and take advantage of a free consultation. Or call Maxim at 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. Maxim Men's Clinic is conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. It's time to maximize your life. Get started today with Maxim Men's Clinic. Few things have more of an effect on a man's overall well-being than erectile dysfunction. Whether it's caused by low T, or one of a number of other potential causes, ED is about a lot more than just sex. The professionals at Maxim Men's Clinic understand this. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, Maxim Men's Clinic was built by men for men. They know how important it is to be able to satisfy your partner and yourself. They understand how sensitive the issue is and how much you need to feel like part of the club again. It's about being a man, being the man you know you're supposed to be, and you can be. Maxim offers state-of-the-art treatments for every type of ED. Call today to schedule a consultation. Maxim Men's Clinic's number in Boca Raton is 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. The offices are conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210. Don't wait. It's time to maximize your life. Visit MaximMen'sClinic.com for more information or call 561-459-3000 and find out how Maxim Men's Clinic can restore you to your full potential. Man up. Studies indicate that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone levels. And let's be honest here, it's more than just a lack of energy and reduced sex drive. Recent studies have shown that men with low T have a reduced life expectancy overall. So this is serious stuff, and like any important medical issue, you need the best professional care. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, the staff at Maxim Men's Clinic is a men's health clinic in Boca Raton with a team of professionals dedicated to the high standards of service that you demand and deserve. Each member of our staff is highly trained, offering you clear, respectful communication and great advice every time you visit. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men. They understand the sensitivity of issues such as ED or low T and provide a full range of options for treatments along with total privacy. If you sense that you just aren't quite the man you used to be and know you should be, start by taking the low T quiz at MaximMen'sClinic.com. Send it in and take advantage of a free consultation. Or call Maxim at 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. Maxim Men's Clinic is conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. It's time to maximize your life. Get started today with Maxim Men's Clinic. Few things have more of an effect on a man's overall well-being than erectile dysfunction. Whether it's caused by low T or one of a number of other potential causes, ED is about a lot more than just sex. The professionals at Maxim Men's Clinic understand this. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, Maxim Men's Clinic was built by men for men. They know how important it is to be able to satisfy your partner and yourself. They understand how sensitive the issue is and how much you need to feel like part of the club again. It's about being a man, being the man you know you're supposed to be, and you can be. Maxim offers state-of-the-art treatments for every type of ED. Call today to schedule a consultation. Maxim Men's Clinic's number in Boca Raton is 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. The offices are conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210. Don't wait. It's time to maximize your life. Visit MaximMen'sClinic.com for more information or call 561-459-3000 and find out how Maxim Men's Clinic can restore you to your full potential. Man up.
Okay, welcome back. Thanks so much for listening. My beautiful guest today is Angel from Diamond Dolls, which I'm sure they've been around for a number of years, haven't they?
I believe it's been 22 years.
Yeah, so they're pretty much a known fixture.
Yeah.
Now, you know, what we were talking about before, excuse me, was confidence. And one of the things we do at the club excuse me, is the low testosterone. And a lot of guys that come in, that's one of their main complaints is a loss of confidence. Now, low T symptoms are, low energy, loss of muscle mass, loss of libido, lower erection strengths. And when they come in and they start on this treatment, right away they're almost a changed person. They start to feel better, more virile, better libido. Not just to go out, let's say, to find somebody. A lot of them are married and just to be with their spouse. But you've got to see that in the club. These guys that come in that because of that, could be low T, could be other issues, they're timid.
Oh, very much timid. You could tell because we'll give them a friction dance. You'll feel they'll start getting a little erection on, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, I don't know if it's embarrassment or it's just not working properly. Next thing you know, nothing's there anymore. So then we try to dance a little more, we rub a little more, and it gets a little bit harder, and then goes down, and then we try harder, and then it's just back and forth. It's a battle game with them.
Right. And the thing about it is, again, they're with somebody, and they would feel bad because they're with somebody attractive. It's not working. What a tough feeling, for a man. And again, a lot of them will sometimes blow it off. Well, they drink or this or that. But it is a real issue.
Oh no, they tell us a lot of them tell us. I have a lot of men tell me how beautiful I am and what they would give just for 5 minutes, but they wouldn't last even a minute.
Right.
And I'm like, you try to boost them. Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll get you 5 minutes, and he's no, really, it only lasts a minute, and you're okay. And you just keep on trying and trying to get them.
Yeah, and I mean, too, we're sort of, we're telling it like it is on the show because this is an issue. It's not something, taboo where, a man doesn't want to talk about it. I mean, these are, here's a guy that comes in your club or goes out on a date or whatever, successful, can take a partner out for a nice meal. But unfortunately, what is the bottom line? The bottom line is sex. That's what he wants to end up doing. And when he can't, very, very frustrating.
Oh, very much so. And Club 2-wise, they come in and, they're expecting to have a great time in there, and you have a million beautiful girls to choose from. And if they can't perform, they just can't perform. And some of them tell you straight up, they come in to see us and hope and pray that, wow, look, choices up, every shape, color, anything you can desire. But
and when they have a medical issue, and sort of let's touch on that. If a man has had a partner for a number of years and he's not being able to get erect or aroused, he might be thinking, well, you know what, let me go to a club. Let me see if it's not medical. And what happens is he goes in and he could be with a bunch of beautiful women like yourself, and then nothing.
Exactly. We do have that too. I've got actually a couple customers that come in that been with their wives 20, 30 years and think that maybe coming to see us will work. And they get excited. I mean, you could tell their heart rate's pumping, but below just ain't pumping.
Yeah.
That's not pumping. Yeah.
561, on that note, 561-459-3000. Come into the clinic. We are really going to show you, and again, we're talking in general terms about, the clubs. There's a lot of men out there that just want to be able to perform with their partner, and we can help them. And one of the things that happens a lot, Angel, is there's a lot of men that are able to actually get, with some stimulation, they're able to get an erection, but the problem is they can't last. And it's almost even worse than not being able to do it at all, because once they get intimate, in their mind they have this fear, well, wait a minute, while we're doing it, I'm going to lose it. And with the medicines that we give, I mean, I can give somebody, generally the doctor, under the doctor, of course, can really give somebody anywhere from 30 minutes, to an hour, guaranteed that once he gets this medicine, he knows whether he finishes, not, whatever, for 30 to 40 minutes, whatever, he can remain erect. And when they come back, it isn't just so much they're excited, they tell me how much, now the spouse is into it.
That would definitely probably be the best thing that I would say, suggestion-wise, is for them for that, because not even being a dancer myself with a partner, 5 minutes here and there, you can't really do anything with that.
Right.
Half hour, I mean, wow.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
And of course, leading into that, you've had that. I mean, listen,
Yes.
Whether it's a friend or yourself being intimate with somebody, a person, unfortunately a man who's, 30 seconds or whatever, and boom, it's, they feel bad, the partner feels bad. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, it's definitely not a nice situation because neither one know what to say. You don't know what to do. It's total embarrassment. And it would just be a little bit better, a little more stimulation down below. If you can get it to improve, then the quality of both partners.
And I think that also, too, with what I've talked about a lot on the air, is the medicines that we use don't have anything to do with drinking or interfere with other medicines. When they use it and it works for them, it's done. They don't have to worry about if they're taking a blood pressure medicine or if they, had a couple of drinks. It works. And they're very pleased. And you know what? At the Maxim Men's Clinic also, the prices are very, very reasonable. I mean, there are clinics out there where people have come in to our office and said, wow, they wanted double, triple the amount. I mean, we're very fair on that. We're very budgetable. We tailor it to a person. I don't want guys out there, thinking, oh, well, it sounds good, but can I afford it? Absolutely. We have programs for every working stiff out there. So, believe me, I've used that one already a few times. So, it's gotten old. But, I want to go back to the low testosterone a little bit because when a guy's T level is low, there are times you won't even see him come into the club because when it's that low, he's probably not even going to have a desire to go in. Which you get a lot of is the guy that has a desire and he wants to go in and see, do I still have it?
Correct.
And sometimes it does work. There are guys that may be in a relationship where that partner doesn't stimulate that person and they do see it in there. But there's a lot of guys that go in that don't have it. And one example is that I had a gentleman that came into our office and he wanted the medicine because with our particular medicine, unlike Viagra, Levitra, and Cialis, you don't need stimulation. You take the medicine and you can be watching Fox News and in 10 minutes you're going to get an erection. And this person came in and purchased because he'd been with his wife 30 years. He emphatically did not want to divorce her but had no affection whatsoever but still wanted to please her. He takes his medicine, they go in the bedroom, she gets satisfied, he goes on, reads the paper or whatever. And that's exactly the reason. And I tell a lot of guys, especially guys that are listening, maybe you are in a situation where you've just been with a partner a long time, but you still want to be with that person. You get our medicine. You don't have to worry about tremendous foreplay or stimulation. It's going to be able to work for you. And I know a lot of guys probably that have come into the club, if they could have it like that, turn it on like that, they'd be in heaven.
Oh, definitely. We definitely hear that a lot. A lot of men have been married for multiple years and say that the stimulation's just not there. They'll come home, they'll come to see us, and then they'll go home and try to satisfy their woman. But looking for the stimulation as far as seeing all the women like us and going back, and then we'll end up seeing them the next day saying, yeah, it felt good to be here, but by the time they got home,
right,
it was gone.
Yeah.
There was no hardness.
And we're, listen, it's a radio, it's a health and wellness station that they're on, and I want to do it as tasteful as I can. But again, this is a real issue. I mean, if it wasn't, we wouldn't get patients coming in daily, needing this. And I think the nice thing about having somebody like yourself on the show is really calling it like it is. We're not sugarcoating it. These guys are coming in for one thing, and when they can't, like you say, it's obvious. We're going to take a short break. Stay with us.
Studies indicate that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone levels. And let's be honest here, it's more than just a lack of energy and reduced sex drive. Recent studies have shown that men with low T have a reduced life expectancy overall. So this is serious stuff. And like any important medical issue, you need the best professional care. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, the staff at Maxim Men's Clinic is a men's health clinic in Boca Raton with a team of professionals dedicated to the high standards of service that you demand and deserve. Each member of our staff is highly trained, offering you clear, respectful communication and great advice every time you visit. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men. They understand the sensitivity of issues such as ED or low T and provide a full range of options for treatments along with total privacy. If you sense that you just aren't quite the man you used to be and know you should be, start by taking the low T quiz at maximmensclinic.com. Send it in and take advantage of a free consultation. Or call Maxim at 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. Maxim Men's Clinic is conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. It's time to maximize your life. Get started today with Maxim Men's Clinic. Few things have more of an effect on a man's overall well-being than erectile dysfunction. Whether it's caused by low T or one of a number of other potential causes, ED is about a lot more than just sex. The professionals at Maxim Men's Clinic understand this. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, Maxim Men's Clinic was built by men for men. They know how important it is to be able to satisfy your partner and yourself. They understand how sensitive the issue is and how much you need to feel like part of the club again. It's about being a man, being the man you know you're supposed to be, and you can be. Maxim offers state-of-the-art treatments for every type of ED. Call today to schedule a consultation. Maxim Men's Clinic's number in Boca Raton is 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. The offices are conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210. Don't wait. It's time to maximize your life. Visit maximmensclinic.com for more information or call 561-459-3000 and find out how Maxim Men's Clinic can restore you to your full potential. Man up. Studies indicate that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone levels. And let's be honest here, it's more than just a lack of energy and reduced sex drive. Recent studies have shown that men with low T have a reduced life expectancy overall. So this is serious stuff, and like any important medical issue, you need the best professional care. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, the staff at Maxim Men's Clinic is a men's health clinic in Boca Raton with a team of professionals dedicated to the high standards of service that you demand and deserve. Each member of our staff is highly trained, offering you clear, respectful communication and great advice every time you visit. Maxim Men's Clinic is run by men for men. They understand the sensitivity of issues such as ED or low T and provide a full range of options for treatments along with total privacy. If you sense that you just aren't quite the man you used to be and know you should be, start by taking the low T quiz at maximmensclinic.com. Send it in and take advantage of a free consultation. Or call Maxim at 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. Maxim Men's Clinic is conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210 in Boca Raton. It's time to maximize your life. Get started today with Maxim Men's Clinic. Few things have more of an effect on a man's overall well-being than erectile dysfunction. Whether it's caused by low T or one of a number of other potential causes, ED is about a lot more than just sex. The professionals at Maxim Men's Clinic understand this. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, Maxim Men's Clinic was built by men for men. They know how important it is to be able to satisfy your partner and yourself. They understand how sensitive the issue is and how much you need to feel like part of the club again. It's about being a man, being the man you know you're supposed to be, and you can be. Maxim offers state-of-the-art treatments for every type of ED. Call today to schedule a consultation. Maxim Men's Clinic's number in Boca Raton is 561-459-3000. That's 561-459-3000. The offices are conveniently located at 7000 West Camino Real, Suite 210. Don't wait. It's time to maximize your life. Visit maximmensclinic.com for more information or call 561-459-3000 and find out how Maxim Men's Clinic can restore you to your full potential. Man up.
Back with Angel from Diamond Dolls. Thanks so much for being with us.
You're welcome.
You know, something I want to mention that's fabulous. A lot of plastic surgeons offer it, but we as a clinic, because we have other locations now, Miami and West Palm Beach, we're offering the Zerona, the fat loss laser, which is non-invasive. People lose anywhere from minimum of 2 up to 8 inches, stomach, men, the love handles, thighs, and because that's sort of an ancillary product, our main product is ED and low T, we're going to do it at tremendously low rate. So we were laughing at the break that you'll tell all your Diamond Girls associates to come in and be a reduced rate, but I want to tell the men why this is so fantastic, because what happens is a guy comes in for the low T and he's overweight, he doesn't have energy, he's lost muscle mass. So, you know, we always say to him, look, when you get on the testosterone, that's all well and good, you know, but you are going to have to work out. You're going to have to do something for yourself, and that could take a little while. It could take a month. It could take 2 months. Well, now what he can do is under the package, he now goes in for this fat loss, and within a very short period of time, loses a couple of inches right off the bat, you know, on his waist. So a guy who's maybe a 38 or a 40, now he's doing the T, starting to get more energy, and all of a sudden, you know, he's got a better waistline, maybe lost some of the love handles. You know, and let's face it, I mean, if a guy is with you, Angel, attractive person or whatever, I mean, he's going to want to look reasonably well. You know, besides in the bedroom, going out, he wants to have energy, wants to have some staying power, wants to look good. If you're on his side going out, you know, to a club yourself or dinner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. You want 2 trophies standing next to each other. You got one beautiful girl standing next to you and you feel a little insecure about your weight or your legs, your stomach. So why not just combine both things, and you have your stamina, you have what you're offering as far as the reduce the weight, and all around I think that it would be a great combination.
And you have situations where, look, I mean, there are, you know, women, for example, that might be with a guy because financially they're going to be taken care of. But let's face it, in South Florida, there is a certain amount of aesthetics where a man, you know, might be single, might be divorced, might be widowed. He wants to do, in that dating scene, he wants to do everything in his power to sort of look the part, to be able to go out.
Well, you also men and women though as well. Men, yes, they do try to build up and look nice and go to the gym and pump up, and takes months and months of hardcore training to get a little bit of a result. Mm-hmm. But you also have the same thing in women. We have some women that have maybe a little bit of a little love pouch from having children or something, that want to go back out in the dating scene. And they don't want to pay a fortune in this, you know, cosmetic surgery. So I think it would be best round for both.
Absolutely. And look about, and also too, what you're talking about, like in clubs, maybe in the fashion industry, if that woman particularly has a little bit of excess, they're not given parts, or they're not allowed to dance, for example, in a club, correct?
Correct. They could walk around and do dances, but they can't get on stage until they lose a couple pounds. Mm-hmm. And it's not that they're being singled out, it's just you might have a little extra roll, a little extra skin there, you know, a little too much, as I say, weight, which is a matter of maybe even only 5 pounds, but you're not allowed on stage. Mm-hmm. So instead, if going by about this procedure, you could drop it that fast, and then their money doubles because now you're on stage and you're not walking around.
Absolutely. And also too, from the reports that I've been reading about this program, what I was talking about earlier with a person who's on testosterone and has to work out and so forth, the only requirement for this is 30 minutes a day walking, which anybody can do. I mean, that's nothing.
You do that in a grocery store.
Right, exactly. Yeah, even if you just timed it for every time you got out of the car and walked in the parking lot, anybody can do 30 minutes. I don't give the super examples. I mean, there are some people who've lost, 7, 8 inches. I talk more conservatively that what we're seeing is anywhere from 2 to 4 inches, but pretty quickly. They say after 9 treatments, and I think 9 treatments takes a couple of weeks, and they do that. But again, even with the Botox and liposuction and a lot of the cosmetic surgeries, that's not going to make a difference in a guy if he can't get an erection. I mean, let's call it what it is. And you've been around, whether it's in the club or in personal, that if a man cannot get an erection, I mean, I hate to say it, but all bets are off for everything.
Oh, definitely. I mean, what can you do with them then? There's it, personal and work-wise. You can't get an erection, then I mean, what is the purpose? There's
Right.
it. You feel ashamed for them, and you are embarrassed as yourself, like, because then it also makes us feel, are we not doing our job
Right.
to make
or
them?
am I not attractive
Yeah,
to that opposite
then
person?
we start thinking, I'm not attractive. Am I not good enough? What's wrong with us? So, and it's not us, it's them.
Yeah, and I think that's a real good point too. And I want to preface too. I mean, look, a lot of couples out there, maybe one of the partners has a disability and they just can, and they have a loving relationship for the rest of their lives. But there are, I mean, if you're watching TV, it's all about sex, the magazines, everything. And so a guy is seeing it all day long. And if he knows he's going to go home and there really isn't anything there, you have a nice dinner with his wife, there is something missing there. And I see when the guy comes in that it's just there's a step back. There's just it's almost like he's taken a step back. You can see it in his eyes and so forth that, hey, I can't, I just can't do this. And then on the opposite, the before and after, when it works, he's back and he's thrilled and it's very, very excited.
Knocking on your door,
Yeah, right.
thanking you for everything. And then us as well, we'll be thanking you guys.
And I'm thinking about, the club where sort of the same thing where a guy were to come in. I mean, let's say, for example, a gentleman who couldn't do anything that, let's say, had our services, and then at some point maybe, came to the club again, I'm sure it would be a whole different ball game for him.
Oh, definitely. I think it would also help out, too, for the men that we have a lot of men that come in and we do dances, just a regular dance, a friction dance. And by the time we sit down on the lap to get ready to even start dancing for him, they're already done.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, you don't know what to do because
Right.
it's already, your shirt comes off and then that's it.
Yeah.
They're done.
Finito.
And then they look at you and they're sorry, and you're like, okay, that wasn't even a minute.
One of the nice things about Maxim is we really specialize in the PE arena, premature ejaculation. And when a person is doing what we have him do after a certain amount of time, it gets into his whole mindset where he really loses that, because the one problem with PE is the nervousness of a guy. Oh, I've got this woman, we're going to do something, boom. And then with our medicine, we actually train him where, he loses that. And personally that when a guy can go for a certain period of time within reason,
Right.
You yourself as a woman or any partner is satisfied.
100%. And that's why I think with the medications that you guys offer, it'd be a blessing to both parties, because
Absolutely.
if not, then you got him with pre-ejaculation and her just sitting there waiting. Done.
Right.
What do we do?
Right. A two-pump chump.
Yeah,
they
a two-pump
call 'em.
chump. Exactly. What do we do? Well, we just sit there. We're like, okay, then maybe.
I mean, I always laugh too, because I'll say, like, guys, you can have, Angel sitting with you and doing whatever, but medically, if you have this issue, it's not going to matter.
Right.
561-459-3000, 561-459-3000. We're going to take one more break and then come back and wrap up with Angel from Diamond Dolls today. Thanks so much for listening.
Studies indicate that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone levels. And let's be honest here, it's more than just a lack of energy and reduced sex drive. Recent studies have shown that men with low T have a reduced life expectancy overall. So this is serious stuff. And like any important medical issue, you need the best professional care. Led by Dr. Herbert Fitchman, the staff at Maxim